Sorry. What I said was, hello, my name is Julyssa. My son is deaf and autistic. Some of you may have understood that, and some of you are probably lost. But I want all of you to understand the importance of access to communication and inclusion. Excuse me. If I continue this speech in American Sign Language, many of you may feel left out, confused, maybe even upset that you don't understand my message. I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. This was an everyday experience for my son Joshua, but I'll get back to that in a minute. Right around Joshua's first birthday, we felt there was something special about our baby boy. Thank you. And not in the kind of way that most people believe their kids are special, but in the kind of way that left a lingering concern. At this point, Joshua did not repeat any spoken words. He didn't speak any words at all. He didn't bounce around when he heard a catchy tune. He didn't jump at startling noises. He didn't make eye contact with others. We brought these concerns to his pediatrician, and it was recommended that he start early intervention services. Within a few sessions, his special instructor shared her concerns that Joshua may be autistic, but he was too young to be officially diagnosed. I like to believe that a parent's intuition is never wrong, especially about their children. And although I wanted to believe that Joshua was getting the services that he needed, I felt there was something else. We were very concerned about our son's hearing. After several inconclusive hearing exams, we finally got the answer that we were looking for. In a small conference room on August 4th, 2023, it was a cloudy day in King of Prussia, but the clouds outside were nothing compared to the storm ahead. My husband and I sat patiently after waiting several hours to see what the results of Joshua's ABR assessment were. And for those of you wondering, an ABR assessment is an auditory brainstem response assessment, which is basically a very intensive hearing exam. Our 2.5-year-old had to be sedated for that. After the assessment, we were informed that Joshua had profound sensory neural hearing loss in both of his ears. So in other words, our baby boy was completely deaf. Until this very moment, my husband and I had never even met a deaf person. We had no history of hearing loss in either of our families. We were devastated, we were confused, we were lost. We grieved for our son. Yes, he was here with us physically, but we grieved the moments that we would not be able to share with him, moments that he would never have, moments like singing a goofy nursery rhyme, saying I love you, singing happy birthday, making friends, and having a normal childhood. We felt some relief in October of 2023 when we were able to enroll Joshua in a play group where he would be receiving some services through early intervention at the School of the Deaf in our city. We finally met deaf adults and other deaf children, and we were learning American Sign Language. Joshua was thriving. He spent time with people just like him. He was exposed to sign language and even started to sign himself. In January of 2024, Joshua was officially diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Our concerns were validated in a way. Everyone had that feeling, but now it was for sure. We shared this news with our closest family members, friends, and people from the playgroup, pretty much anyone who regularly interacted with Joshua. 2 months later, which is much sooner than when he had anticipated, his services were terminated. Joshua turned 3, so he reached the cutoff age for early intervention services. Once again, we were lost. It was like something was snatched away from us. He was preschool age, but was delayed from attending the preschool program because of the additional challenges that came with the symptoms of his autism. The school would not provide the services that he needed. And this is when we were introduced to Elwin. We were given a voice. Fists in the air, boots on the ground, my Elwin representative fought side by side with me to get the services I believe my son needed so that he could attend school. My Elwin representative was relentless in giving me the resources to equip me for IEP meetings and spoke on my behalf when I was at a loss for words. Elwin made sure that my son could attend school and get the additional services he needed while he was there so that he can be successful. So right now, Joshua is in preschool. He has access to communication. He wears his cochlear implants, which give him access to hearing. He is receiving speech therapy and occupational therapy, and he is thriving once again. Without Elwin, this would not have been possible, and for that, I raise a toast to Elwin. Thank you.